We have an absolutely huge, monumental trade to announce between the Ottawa Senators and the San Jose Sharks, and yes, it involves Erik Karlsson. We'll discuss the details coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams, so if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So as I mentioned off the top, we have an absolutely enormous trade to report on here, one that's been reported and speculated on for weeks and months now. Obviously, it's finally come to a head, and Erik Karlsson has been traded to the San Jose Sharks. As we know, it has appeared for some time now that the Senators were prepared to do this. There's been a lot of speculation in the past 24 to 48 hours that trade talks were ramping up, but there really wasn't a whole lot to talk about because we've heard that so many times during this offseason, even near the trade deadline before, that we've had so many kind of false positives that there really, it's hard to say when something was actually going to pull the trigger. But this afternoon, we finally have a deal, and here's what the return is going from the Sharks back to the Senators. The Senators received the following package in return from the Sharks. They get center iceman Chris Tierney, who's been a pretty good third, fourth line center for the Sharks. They get 3 young players, including Josh Norris, Dylan DeMello, as well as Rudy Belchers. They get a 2020 first-round selection, a 2019 second-round selection, as well as 2 conditional picks. Now, of course, we don't know the conditions on the picks as of right now, but it very well could be either whether Karlsson resigns or games played or something to that effect. Because at this point in time, we don't have details that he has agreed to an extension with them. Although, based on the package that's been received, it wouldn't be surprising if that's something that was ironed out, and we'll probably have those details here soon. So the trade rumors can come to an end regarding this player and this team. Obviously, at this point in time, you could argue the Sens have made a huge mistake here. But this guy's a generational type player. They can't replace him. It's something that's been coming to a head here for a long time as they go through this rebuild. And as the owner, Eugene Melnyk, continues to cut costs in Ottawa. Obviously, many fans have been wanting Melnyk out as an owner for some time, and this certainly is not going to go over well with the fan base. They were already having attendance issues. They were already having morale issues amongst the fan base. This is not going to help at all. I'd be really curious to hear the press conference that will follow between Eugene Melnyk and Pierre Dorion explaining this to the fans. This is not going to go over well. I can imagine what it's going to do to the rest of the team as well when it comes to other pending UFAs like Mark Stone and Matt Duchene. So time will tell here. Obviously, they did get a pretty big package in return. Whether or not this turns out to be a well-worthy package is going to help them rebuild remains to be seen. It's going to take some time to really know the effects of that. Clearly, San Jose wins this trade. Colorado even wins this trade because they obviously get to keep that first-round pick that the Ottawa owes them in 2019 draft here. And without Karlsson in the lineup, you know that the Sens are not going to be an overly competitive team. So that will be a fairly high pick coming up in a really well-stocked 2019 NHL draft. So I'd love to hear your comments down below. What do you think of this trade? It's finally gone down. He's going to be playing in the Sharks with Brent Burns. They're going to have an absolutely awesome back end. The Sharks are a team I've been telling you to watch out for here as they were poised to make a big move. They had the space and the resources available, and they finally landed that big fish they've been after all offseason. If you're new to the channel here, I hope you consider subscribing. We cover all 31 NHL teams, and there's plenty of content here for all hockey fans to enjoy. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button as well. I'd appreciate it if you did. As always, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We will catch you next time.